Well, we heard about this unique and interesting outfit entitled JTutors. JTutors.com, literally the letter J and then TUTORS.com. And this is the project of Rabbi Dr. Joshua Strulowitz, who's the principal at Heichal HaTorah, along with Mrs. Rebecca Lopkin, who is a longtime teacher at TABC here in Teaneck, New Jersey. I welcome both of you to JM and the AM. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So nice to be here.
Appreciate that. How are things at Heichal? Everything all right over there?
Great. We've had a great year.
Rabbi Steckler needs to surround himself with good people. He can't do it all himself. Is that the point?
We definitely need a lot of good people. We always need more. But Baruch Hashem, we had a great year.
Yeah, but he's put together a very talented staff.
Oh, what he's done is amazing. What I learn from him every day is you can't learn anywhere else. Just seeing how he handles things every day.
And another one of my favorite institutions is TABC. You've been there how long?
So this is my 11th year.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's it going this year?
It's going really well.
A good crop of students?
An incredible crop of students, extremely passionate students. I'm the director of performing arts.
Oh, wow.
So I direct the after-school
play this year?
So we already performed the play.
What is that? Oh, yeah, it's June, right?
It's June, yeah. It was actually, my daughter is a rising playwright, and she wrote a play called The Captain's Crawford that she adapted specifically for an all-boys cast. And it was actually our first musical that we ever did. And it was filled with pirate adventure and sword fighting, and it was a very sweet, loving story about two brothers who come together after their pirate mother leaves them her kingdom.
Is that her first effort in this area?
This was her first big commission, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be a screenplay purchased by somebody in Hollywood one day.
We can only hope.
You never know. So Rabbi Strulowitz and Mrs. Lopkin have a unique project, but I have to assume that somebody has tried over the years. I have to, and if not, then you guys are truly revolutionary, because there are tutoring services, I'm assuming, all around this country and all around the globe, but this one is geared to our community. Would that be the way to say it?
Yes. So this is different in a few ways. Yes, geared to our community. Certainly nationally, there are tutoring sites for sure. And the genesis of this was, I've had this idea for many years. As both a parent and an educator, I've always found the tutoring space very challenging.
Meaning,
you're looking
the tutors are never good enough?
Well, it's
and
hard.
I'm not joking.
It's hard to find a tutor, and you have very little choice. You're looking for a tutor. You post it on WhatsApp. You post it on Facebook. You
want a good shit up for your kid.
Right. So, you get one name, you get two names, and then for the tutors, how do you find students? It's very challenging, and there's been no marketplace. There's been no central place to go. It's just been the Wild West out there. And so I've had this idea. Rebecca's my sister, and we started speaking about this
what a revelation.
A year ago.
It's a sibling project.
It's a family project. And I just felt like if we can create a marketplace, just a central avenue, everyone comes to this one site. Right. Tutors can create profiles. You can search based on price, based on experience, based on subject matter, in person, online. Right now, the tutoring sites are more like consultants. Like you say, I'm looking for this, and they place you with someone. Here, it empowers the parents to choose. You have all these options. We have over 85 tutors on the site, more joining every single day.
Wow.
Yeah, from all over the world. From America.
That's the advantage, and this is why you can say you're the first to do this. You're in an era where this could not have been done before. 100%. I mean, this era, you literally can grab people from all around the world on their time schedules and on the students' time schedules, and you can just make these arrangements and hope that things progress the way you want them to. And some tutoring experience, funny you say all this, because some tutoring experiences are really solid and others are very challenging.
Yeah.
I remember we're going back a few years here. I remember failing a chemistry test in high school, right?
Wow.
My parents hired this professional tutor to prepare me for the retest, and I take the retest and fail again. My mother decides to take it upon herself to tutor me for the retest, and I passed with flying colors.
There you go.
Wow.
So you never know who's good at. She was not a scientist, but she was passionate enough and knew me well enough to to direct me properly.
Right. So I think that, as you know, as being a parent of children who've been through school, and we're both parents and educators, that students have the best experience when they connect to that teacher, or in our case, that tutor, and you really build that relationship. I was lucky that when I was looking for ACT and SAT tutors, our site didn't exist yet. And I did that whole, asking friends, who did you use? And I found this, great woman who came to the house and she worked with my kids and it was a great experience. But when my older daughter, we were looking for a tutor and we did not have that same outcome. And it would have been nice to have been able to say, well, let me just open the internet and look at this one site and see, who I can find. And listen, if you try somebody and it's not for you, so you try somebody else. And it's just that easy. We're trying to really just make it convenient for parents. I mean, I just on, Facebook like I do,
Right.
Looking at all the parent groups that I'm part of, and I must have seen 5 different flyers in 3 minutes for tutors who are saying, I would like to tutor this summer. And then by the same token, parents saying, I need a tutor for my, 6th grader or whatever, but meaning they're not connecting. They're not finding each other. So all of those tutors out there who are looking for their clients, if they just make a page on JTutors, it makes it very easy for everyone to connect and find each other.
Is it easier to find people to tutor in the secular subjects or in the Judaic subjects, or it's all difficult?
You mean as a parent looking for it?
No, I'm talking about you guys. In other words, you're attracting, you said, a number of tutors already.
Actually, it's interesting.
Are you flooded with Judaic studies tutors, or are they rarities? What are they?
No, it's been a real mix. It's really 50-50. Yeah, really 50-50.
Yeah, it's really a balance.
Yeah, we reached out to mechanchim all over the country, and
actually all over the world. We have people from Israel on the site who are Americans who made Aliyah, and they're looking to make extra income, and they're on there. And the way that our site is designed is it can be a virtual tutoring session, so it can be across. You can have somebody who is a professional teacher for 25 years who works at a school in Los Angeles, who we have on our site, could be tutoring somebody in New York.
Right, of course.
Right, and we've partnered with an amazing company called Pencil Spaces, and they are designed specifically in the tutoring space to work with. They've created an interactive tool that allows you to have not just a Zoom call, right, which is what we're sort of comfortable with, but it's actually an interactive whiteboard that both the tutor and the student can connect to, so they can be doing graphing together on the same whiteboard. They can be typing together. So it's sort of Google.
It's a virtual classroom.
It's a virtual classroom. And also what's unique about what we're doing is that oftentimes I've spoken to tutors who are like, the kid came and they're like, I don't know what we did in class today, or I don't have the packet. Here, the tutors, it's like a triangle. The tutors, the teachers, and the students can connect through this online software and make sure all the materials are shared and the updates are shared. So everyone stays on the same page.
Only in 2026. Unbelievable. The
Yeah,
whole thing is
truly
incredible. Are you able to, and I should mention, Rabbi Dr. Joshua Strulowitz and Mrs. Rebecca Lopkin are here talking about their company, JTutors.com, letter J, TUTORS.com. Are you able to keep all this affordable? Because some people know that, 10 tutoring sessions can cost in the thousands of dollars sometimes.
So what's nice about this is the tutors set their own rates, and it's all transparent. So you go on the site, you can browse the tutors. They're all publicly. It's all transparent. They say, this is what I charge. This is my schedule. This is my background. This is where I've taught. This is the subjects I can teach. This is the schools I went to. It's all there. So
you don't control the rates. They just tell people what they expect.
So we're creating a marketplace. It's like the Airbnb of tutoring. This is what you want to teach. And if you're getting a lot of business, you can charge more. If you're not getting enough business, you can charge less. If you're a parent, you can search by rate. I'm looking for a tutor from $25 to $50, from $50 to $100. So you have choice, and we're trying to give parents educated choice where they have many options.
I'm going to ask you a question that you don't know the answer to.
Okay.
In the average yeshiva high school, right, the yeshiva league schools, as I like to call them, how many tutors do you think are involved in the ecosystem of a school? Are there 10 tutors that are, taking care of, 20 students? Are there 100 tutors because the majority of students need some type of personal attention after hours?
So that's a great question.
Yeah.
And like you said, I don't know the answer.
But do you have a feel for it?
But I feel like there are, I know of a large amount of teachers who moonlight as tutors, and also retired teachers. This is a great career, second career for them. So it's really hard to know, because I think a lot of times tutoring, people don't want to talk about if they're getting tutored. You know, parents don't want to maybe admit, or they might know that their child needs tutoring and they provided it for them because they want their child to have the best
they'll
success.
never discuss it.
But they don't want to discuss it. So I don't know how easy it would be to assess the number.
And I'm the general studies principal at Heichal, so I get these requests every week, multiple requests, especially SAT and ACT, but a student struggling in math, a student that wants to work on their writing skills.
So in your capacity, how many students, I don't know, per week are involved in some type of tutoring situation? Is it 10 or is it 80?
We have 220 students. I would guess at any one time about a quarter are involved in some sort of
So it's really
tutoring.
significant. It's 50.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
It's very significant.
Right. If every school's doing that, then you guys are going to be off the charts. No, seriously.
Everybody needs ACT and SAT tutoring.
Right. You do that also.
We do that also, correct? Everyone is always needing help
Guaranteed
with their college.
to raise how many points?
That's to ask the individual tutor.
But what's also, I think a lot of parents don't get the tutoring they need for their students, for their children, is either because they think it's too expensive or it's too hard to find, it's too difficult, and like they don't want to navigate the space. But if you can give them something that's affordable, that's out their schedule, that's not too time consuming to arrange, hopefully more students are getting support, and this is good for enrichment as well. You know, our students, I spoke to a principal this past week, and they have a lot of public school students that join the school in high school, and they're way behind in Gemara and they're way behind in Kriya, and they say do summer tutoring, but where do they go? I'm a public school parent. What does that even mean? Get tutoring from Gemara. So now they can say, even the schools can say, here, go on this site. And it makes it easier for the schools as well because they're not responsible, don't have to arrange all of that for them.
So you provide a Talmud tutor.
Yeah. There's many Talmud tutors. Yeah.
Go figure. All right. So here are some of the things that, and by the way, this point that you just mentioned is something I wanted to mention. You'd wonder why on June 4th, we're discussing tutoring. After all, isn't this more of a Labor Day topic? But summer tutoring must be massive.
Summer tutoring is huge. A lot of students want to get ahead. They want to move up, let's say, track. If you want to move up a track.
You know how many 8th grade, and you're familiar with this, you know how many 8th graders need a boost before they get to 9th grade, especially in Judaic studies?
And general studies, too.
Agreed.
100%.
But some elementary schools just don't prepare them well for it.
Right.
That's right. Once they realize, I've only placed into, regular math, but really I want to be in honors math, but my school...
Or a higher shear.
You want to, increase your reading and your writing skills in general studies. It's all available to you. And it's also... It makes it easy that you can schedule, your tutoring around going to camp. Right. And the schedules are flexible.
Right. Another thing is, I was in Dallas for Strulowitz. My wife's from Dallas. Her family's in Dallas. And a lot of, out-of-town schools, the parents...
Half the Jewish world was in Texas last night, yeah?
That's true. She actually grew up in San Antonio.
That's funny. Big, rich Jewish history, by the way, in San Antonio. Rabbi Grossman, right? Wasn't he San Antonio? I believe so.
Yeah, Rabbi Scheinberg was the big...
Oh, Rabbi Scheinberg, of course.
For many years. That's right. Yeah. So, and... the frustration for a lot of out-of-town schools, they don't have access to the mechanchim we have in New York or other areas.
Right,
and
that's
now,
such an important point.
On our site, there's rebellion from TABC, from JAC, from Chicago.
Right. Yeshiva League students, teachers.
Right, so if now you're a student in a school there, you can now learn with someone in those schools. You feel like you have access to the education that the bigger communities have, which I think is really, a unified playing field and gives them access to people they wouldn't have access to otherwise.
So some of these tutors, in all seriousness, could be hired to study every single day with these students.
Absolutely.
Especially in the Judaic studies.
Even during school, especially the teachers in Eretz Yisrael. So we have people teaching yeshivas and seminaries. So let's say it's 2 p.m. and a student needs support. So you can learn with someone in Eretz Yisrael at 2 o'clock in school in your support center, in your learning center, and it gives you more options.
When did this kick off?
We opened to tutors right after Pesach.
Now?
But this is brand
new. And you already have all those tutors?
Yeah, so we have more than, I think, over 200 have applied, and then
over 250.
Over 250 have applied. I want to be involved in that process.
It's a pretty rigorous process. For us, the most important thing is to make sure that the tutors are safe to be working with students. So we use a company who vets the teachers in that regard. And then, of course, we thoroughly look through, do they have a college education? Do they have a master's degree? Where have they taught in the past? How many years of teaching do they have under their belt? And we also make sure that everything that they are putting on their profile is a legitimate thing, right? We don't want people who are not going to be the best resource for our.
Understood.
Yeah.
And this service is for what grades? It starts with which grade? And I assume goes through high school.
Literally kindergarten, all the way
Really?
to adult education. I mean, kindergarten not so much.
But a
the
first
online
grader
tutoring.
could benefit from this?
I mean, because you can set up in-person tutoring, so you can have Kriya with the second grader. And adults, you can do a Daf Yomi Shir. You can, if you're an adult who wants to have
meaning
a
even
Gemara
post
stuff.
high school, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right. So
It's a good time it's a good way to find the Chavrus, actually.
Yeah, LSATs,
Yes.
like MCATs.
Right.
We have tutors who can do those as well.
Wow.
And
Prepare people for the bar?
anything.
I mean, sure.
So our plan was we'll open to students with 25 tutors. That was our number because you need enough on the site to make it a marketplace, and we're at 85. And so we opened to students about a week and a half ago, pretty recently, and just getting the word out. And we think this is something that can be great for the Jewish community. We're really excited about it.
The New York schools regents are upon them,
Right.
We don't think about it over here in New Jersey, but regents are upon them, and finals are upon them, and this is the time when the parents are like, you got to pass that class. You got to pass that regent. So this is the perfect time to log into JTutors and find that tutor who's going to help your child be successful.
All right. Couldn't have said it better myself. Any questions, you could email info@jtutors.com. Go to the website. What do people do? Families set up a profile or individual students set up a profile?
Individual students set up a profile, yes.
Yeah. And but you can browse as tutors without even setting a profile, and it literally takes a minute to create a student profile, and you're in.
All right, and it's JTutors.com. It's letter J, TUTORS.com. Mrs. Lopkin and Rabbi Strulowitz, Mrs. Lopkin, rather, and Rabbi Strulowitz, anything else you'd like to add?
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
Thank you for having us. This is very exciting to be in your studio. Because I teach video, media, and broadcasting, and this is amazing to get to actually work with a legitimate broadcaster.
I appreciate that very much. And you teach that at TABC?
I do. We have a fabulous new studio in the beautiful building.
Any good talent out there?
So much good talent.
Seriously? I'd like to come interview some of them.
Oh, we would love to have you come and do a podcast with us.
Yeah, that's for sure I'll do.
In our space.
I mean, if it's a one-off, for sure I'll do it.
One-off, yeah.
But but I'm willing. How many students do you have in this whole process?
We have 9th and 10th grade are taking that video media broadcasting.
Really?
Track. It's a 9th and 10th grade. It's not every student. It's one of our elective.
So that's 100 students.
Well, it's the elective tracks are offered to all of the students. So I have, let's say 29th graders and 20 10th graders.
So 40 students.
Yes.
Interesting. I think we need to do some type of contest where the eventual prize will be someone who can have a regular slot on this network.
That would be amazing. And we're right down the road. So it's really convenient.
No, that I know, but believe me, if it happens, we'll just set them up in their house. They never have to walk in here.
Yeah.
That's the way things are these days.
That's so true. So true.
But I'd like to do that. Let's keep that in mind.
That'd be really fun.
I mean, it's now June, so we're going to take a break from all this.
We'll plan it over the summer.
But that's correct. Have your people call my people.
Yes.
All right. A big thank you to the folks from JTutors. Check it out. Letter J, TUTORS.com. More is coming up, as you would suspect. You are listening to a Thursday morning broadcast at JM in the AM.